letting go of what you have on your agenda today, and being fully present for these next 45 minutes. Taking a deep breath in and out. And on Thursday's class, we talked about playfulness and inner peace. But for today's class, I want to invite you to explore self-acceptance. Self-acceptance. And oftentimes that starts in our body. Our confidence often starts in how we feel in our body. So as we move on our mat today, inviting you to trust yourself in every position and accepting how your body feels. Start to rock your head left and right, loosening it up. And then if your arms are crossed over your chest, I invite you to take them to the floor. And if you're in Shavasana, bring your feet to the mat and you're gonna windshield wiper side to side, keeping space between your feet. And if you can't hear me, let me know, but I'm assuming you guys can hear me. Dropping side to side. Still breathing here, noticing how the hip flexor feels into the quad, traveling up through the psoas. Even laying here with our arms sprawled out, you might feel a stretch in the top of your arms, just depending on tightness. Good, and then when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Rock left and right. Hugging your knees nice and tight, maybe reaching for the elbows if it's available for you. But what happens here is you'll notice something in your hips. Perhaps some tightness or some pinching. And just breathing through that. So I love hugging the knees into the chest in the beginning of class because then I measure it against how it feels at the end of class, perhaps a little more open. Just rocking left and right. Good. And then bring your hands to your knees. Open up your knees so that you're spreading the legs apart. And then roll the ankles one way and then the other. And then you can drive little circles with your hands on your hips in and out. Pushing it away, yep. And feel free to move the device so it's easier for you. I don't want you guys to crank your neck trying to see me. But also trust that you know exactly what to do. And that'll challenge me to be more clear. All right, my friends. Bring the hands underneath the thighs. Draw the navel in, lift up the head, look past the knees, roll forward and back like roly-poly. Yay, little massage of the back. Yes, like little kids, and up all the way to seated. Hello. Volume is good? Okay, cool. So find a nice tall seat. You can have one leg in front of the other. You can sit crisscross applesauce, whatever you want.
A red balloon,
fingertips down into the mat. Take one hand to your head and stretch here.
I would fly.
Close the eyes here as you get this nice neck stretch, taking a deep breath in and out.
For you too. And on that flight, I devise
and switch the other way. One hand down, pulling on the other side.
I'm still working on it, baby. Please forgive
All right. And then release. Ooh, draw the chin to the chest. Deep breath in and out, finding that nice tall spine. Slowly lift the head up to the sky. And then And back to center. Inhale, reach the arms up, shoulders down the back. Exhale, turn the palms down. 2 more just like that. Inhale, lift, surrendering the day, trusting the day. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, press away. And then reach one arm to the side. Little dancer stretch, and then you're going to side bend, but you want to keep the hips down, reaching, creating space in the rib cage, and also bringing that arm back so we can see your beautiful face and space between ear and shoulder. Inhale, lift up, both sit bones down. Exhale, take it to the other side, and you don't need to bring this elbow down. If that feels good, you can also stay here, but again, peeling that arm back, keeping nice space in the neck. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift. Ooh, I can feel it in my ribs. Exhale, bend. That hip's gonna want to come up. Anchor it down. And inhale, lift up. Exhale. Ooh. And slowly lift it on up. You're going to uncross your legs or switch it so that the other one is in front. Okay. Inhale, lift up to the sky, reach. Exhale, taking your first forward fold. So gently come down to the floor. If you have a block or a bolster, you can place it underneath here. But I'm going to walk my fingertips far out, letting the neck hang. Deep breath in and out. Close the eyes here. Allow things to melt. People look up at me and deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then from here, lift your head up. Yep. Looks like a lot of you guys are off your mat. That's okay. Come off onto your knees, just so that you're on the linear part of your mat. Hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Spread the fingers wide. So find that we're not just dumping here, we're also pressing away from the floor. Inhale, drop the belly, lift up, look up towards the sky for your cow. So morning yoga, I like to start slow, getting in our body. Exhale, press away from the floor, belly into the spine. Creating space, noticing what's happening in the body. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift up for your cow. Ooh, yes. And exhale, scoop. And then these last 2, take it on your own timing. So I won't cue you. It's so you can do it however feels good in your body. And remember, no right or wrong way to do yoga, just making safe choices, being in tune with how the body feels. And then here, become a kitty cat and just take any variation of what a cat would do. Maybe they sway their tail side to side. Maybe take it around its spine. Yes. Other way. Play with it. Yoga does not have to be serious. Good, my friends. And then walk your hands a little more forward. So I went from here to here. Drop the hips, whoop, and then go all the way around your mat. To the side. All the way. And then reverse it. Breathing through, articulating through the spine. Woo. I know a lot of us have been sitting all week, so I want to get into these hips pretty soon. All right, come back to table. And extend one leg back, toes down. So you don't want to open up that hip. Keep the hips square to the floor. And then if you feel comfortable, reach the opposite arm out, finding your balance, activating the belly here. And your neck is an extension of your spine, so try to neutralize that neck. And then exhale, knee to elbow round. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round, press away. 1 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, hold it here, knee to elbow, balance here. Up that core just a little bit more. You're gonna open it to the side, opposite, woo! And then close it in. Nice, 2 more, inhale, lift. Ay, 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 exhale. 1 more. Yeah, and then back to table. Holy moly. Shake it out. All right, other leg back. Toes down, square off those hips. Draw the navel into the spine. Engage through the heel and then reach opposite arm out. If this is too much, you can keep your arm down. Hold it, find your balance, draw the navel in, press away from the floor. Good, exhale, knee to nose, round. 2 more, let's go, inhale, reach. Exhale, press away, finding stability and balance. 1 more. Looking great, fam, I can see y'all, and hold it here, balance. 4, and 3, and 2. Now open it up 3 times, out for 2, close it in. Ooh, one side might be harder than the other. 2 more, use your breath, and 1 more. And relax. Hi, shake it out, good. Knees together, toes together, push back, we'll give our wrist a little break. And rest that forehead down. Close the eyes. Deep breath in and out. Allowing the hips to melt into the heels. And if your mind has already wandered off, just come back. Good, my friends. Okay, bring the fingertips forward and slowly come up to child's pose. Thumbs up if you're good and you're still with me. Yes, awesome. So we're gonna do a quick little wrist stretch, okay? So walk those fingertips towards your belly, or towards your knees, and you're gonna, you might notice it's a little uncomfortable. And then you can lean back a little bit, and that might be, your body might be sending you different messages. Good, and then walk your fingertips. I feel like a walrus when I do this. Walk your fingertips back, and maybe you turn it in a little bit, getting a nice stretch on the outside. Good, and then come back to neutral. And then, carefully, I was so scared to do this the very first time I did it. I'm gonna go into the tops of my hands. You might need to lean back gently, and then push back a little bit. So, like this. Good stretch. And then back to neutral. Cool. Yes. All right, extend one leg back, doesn't matter which one. And then bring the knee to the chest. And then bring that foot through. Hello, low crescent lunge. Okay, so knee stacked over that heel. If you need blocks, you can use them here. Scoop the belly in. And then maybe hands to the thighs if that feels good. Nice stretch in this back hip flexor. Breathe. You're amazing. You guys made time for your body. Maybe take a little back bend here if it feels good. Gentle, lift the chest up to the sky. Breathing, don't hold your breath. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Nice, stay right there. I'm gonna just show you what this looks like with blocks if you need it. So I'm here. And then we're gonna take it to half split. So you're gonna push your hips back. Toes flex towards the shin. Your one hip is gonna wanna lift up. Try to anchor that hip down and lift up through the front body. Breathe. So if you have blocks at home, home, you can always use this in your practice. I still get a nice stretch. Maybe you don't need it. And then exhale back to your low crescent lunge. Nice stretch in that back hip flexor. Guys, I'm wearing my leggings inside out. Isn't that a great Saturday? I was like, what is that? Okay, push back. Morning, lengthen. Woo, feel the intensity. Toes towards the shin. Exhale back to your low crescent lunge. Stay with me, because I know it can be intense. This time, hands on the inside. And if you need blocks, this is what it would look like. So lift up in that chest. Breathe. From here, you're gonna walk your hands opposite direction from that front leg. Feel that stretch. Yes, walk it off the mat. Breathe. Inhale, walk it back. Woo. Are we feeling it? Heel toe your foot off the mat. For lizard. So lizard, you can stay here on your hands. But if you notice, knee and toe outward, you can come down to the forearm. Whatever feels good. Stay here for a few seconds. Breathe, allowing the body to soften. Again, if you need blocks, you can place it underneath your forearms. Breathe, there you go, let the head go. Deep breath in. And then if you'd like, if it's your left leg that's out, it would be your left arm to reach up and twist. Vice versa, if it's my right leg out, right arm lifts up, nice twist. You're amazing and beautiful. Exhale back. Lift the hands up. Move the blocks. And then carefully swing that leg around. Take a quick chop pose, release. Shake side to side. Come back to your breath. Loving our body and all that it does, the messages it sends us when something is tight or needs to be stretched. Good, bring the hands back underneath you. Lift up, come back to table, extend your other leg out. Another thing here too, if you have sensitive knees, you can always fold up your mat underneath that knee, or put a blanket. And then bring the knee to the nose. Yes, and then bring that foot in between the hands. Low crescent lunge, other side. So you always want to keep that 90-degree angle in the front, scoop up in the belly, hands to the thighs if that feels good. Whoop. And then soft back bend if it feels good. Everything here is an invitation. You don't have to do it if it doesn't feel good in your body. Exhale, release. Hands to the floor or your blocks. Scoop the navel in. Push the hips back. Nice. Half splits. Toes towards the shin. Hips the same level. Lengthen through the spine. Deep breath in. Breathing through. So we're never just completely still. The breath is still circulating through my body. Good. Exhale, come back to your low crescent lunge. So now you bring attention to that back hip flexor. Exhale, back to half switch. Or inhale, I should say. Inhale. So good, y'all. Exhale, back to low lunge. Yeah. Then bring those hands on the inside of your leg. Make sure this front leg 90 degrees. And then walk your hands off your mat, opposite direction. It's almost like a downward facing dog feel. Your head just kind of hangs in between. Breathe. Your legs are pulling opposite direction. Deep breath in and out. Maybe dance on your mat, whatever feels good for you. Good, and then exhale, come back. Ooh. Oh, yeah. All right, from here, lizard pose, heel toe, front foot off the mat. Make sure again that knee is in line with that heel, and then play with your levels. Maybe you come down to the forearm. Maybe you place the block underneath your forehead. Sometimes that feels good. Ooh, hips are angry today. So when we're in these poses, how can you let go a little bit while still feeling effort and energy? Good, inhale, lift one arm up, nice twist. Same arm as leg, that's front. Breathe, really lengthen through the fingertips, press away from the earth. Energetically reaching. Good, exhale, come back. Hey, come back to your hands. And then gently, swing the legs around. This time taking wide-legged child's pose, so knees as wide as your mat, toes touch. Push the hippies back. And soften. Forehead resting on the floor. Fingertips reaching, hips sinking back. Softening in your jaw and your face, in the neck and the shoulders, even in the fingers and the wrist. Deep breath in and out. Lift your head up. Actually, from here, we're gonna roll forward. Come down to your belly. And meet me in Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose, elbows are underneath those wrists. And you're lifting up from the chest. And shoulders are driving down. So a great way to test the distance is to cross your arms and then open. And we're not slouching, lifting up in the front body. Breathe, lifting up energetically. And then exhale, move the elbows out, forehead to your hands. Lift your feet up to the sky, windshield wiper left and right. We're loosening up lower back, gently side to side. Yep, so feet up towards the sky. Yeah. Yeah. And then slowly release. Good, bring the hands underneath your elbows. Tuck your toes underneath your heels. You're gonna press up into your first plank. Yeah. First plank, what? Nice and strong, press away from the floor. Maybe rock forward and back, lengthening through the spine. Feeling nice and warm. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Right, so today's practice is not about, well, yoga is never about achieving, but we're tuning into the body. Good, exhale, lift your hips up, first downward facing dog of the day. Walk your dog, press the heels through the floor, hips nice and high. Perfect song. Feel free to make it a little dancery, swinging the hips side to side, little sway. Breathe. Let the neck be loose. Then lift your heels, lift your belly, roll back into your plank. Hey, rock forward and back. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Walk the heels into the floor, lengthen. Nice stretch in the back of the legs. Look to the top of your mat. You can step or hop your feet. Reach your hands. This time, walk your feet out a little bit wider. Grab the elbows, rock left and right, ragdoll. Breathe, soften, feeling the back of the legs. If you're in your heels, maybe rock your weight a little bit towards the toes. Notice the difference. Deep breath in and out. Nice stretch of the lower back. Keep those knees slightly bent so you're not hyperextended. And then release your hands. Shake your head yes and no. And then bend your knees. Drop the hips down. And then lift the hips up. And then drop the knees. So my upper body is just kind of chilling. One more lift of the hips. Soften the knees. Slow curl up through the spine. Very slow. Head is the last thing. Stacking vertebra by vertebra. All the way up. Standing, Tadasana. Good, Tadasana. Feet can be apart or together. Draw the palms forward, shoulders down. Bring the ears back, close the eyes, center into the breath. Good. Inhale, root to rise, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold all the way into the hips. Inhale, hands to the thighs or the shins, flat back. Exhale, down to the floor. Step or hop back to your plank. Option to take your Chaturanga Dandasana. I'm going to do a variation. It's on my shoulder, so I'm going to drop my knees and then do a modified version. Release. Inhale, lift up to Cobra or Up Dog. If you're an Up Dog, make sure those knees are lifted off the floor. And then exhale, roll through the feet, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Inhale, lift one leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, hold for cheetah. Yeah. And then one more. Inhale, lift up, three-legged dog. Reach. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah. Picking it up a little bit. Then bring that foot in between the hands. Right? So keep your hands down there. And then inhale, lift up, high crescent lunge. Shoulders stacked over hips. Pulling up in that front belly. Nice 90-degree angle. Bringing the hands to heart center, my friends. And again, if high crescent lunge doesn't feel good, you can drop the back knee. Then you're gonna open up to one side. Nice lengthening, opening up for twist. Yes, doesn't matter which way because we're gonna do both. Bring that back fingertips a little back and then come back through center, twist the other way, find it. Lengthen, ooh. Nice, fam, very good. And then hands to heart. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Take Chaturanga Dandasana or take my variation. If you have any shoulder problems, that's a good variation. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Good, my friends. Other leg, inhale, lift it up nice and high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Nice, one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Then bring that foot in between the hands. Pull that front hip crease back. And when you're ready, root to rise, high crescent lunge. Stay there, shoulders down. So when you're in your lunge, you want your hips squared off to the top of your mat. You want to close those ribs. Ooh, hands to heart. Little leg workout. Take one twist, doesn't matter which way. That's what it looks like for me. You want to maintain the integrity of your legs. Feels good. And then twist the other way. I really can't believe I wore my pants backwards. I guess that's what you get when you're teaching virtually. Hands to the front. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to your plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Or you can always skip it and meet me in downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat. Step or hop your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a deep breath in and out. Shoulders down the back. How you feel? Feeling good? Nice. All right. We're going to go into something a little different. So I'm going to lift one leg up. Doesn't matter which one. So one knee up. Find your balance. Maybe open up that hip to the side. Yes. And then come back to front. 2 more just like that. Working it out. Feel this. And then back to front. 1 more. Slow opening of the gate. Hey. And then back to front. Okay. From here, gently, you're going to come into warrior 3. So I'm going to hinge forward at the hips. Extend the leg back. I can bring my hands to my hips. Hands to prayer. Reach the arms forward or back. But your hips are facing your mat. Toes are down. Lengthen. Find that balance. Yes. And even if your leg is a little lower, all good. You want to keep that nice long spine. All right, my friends. Exhale, bring the knee back to the chest. Woo. 2 more. Back to warrior 3. Maybe reach the arms back. I think that's probably what feels most natural. Back. Square off those hips. Make sure you have a soft bend in the supporting knee. Good. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Ooh, booty workout too. Ooh. And then exhale, warrior 3. Hi, hi, hi. Hold it there. Trust yourself. All right. From this back leg, you're going to trust yourself to come back to a high lunge. Yes. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Take Chaturanga Dandasana or straight to downward facing dog. Woo, stretch those legs. You're doing awesome. And then look to the top of your mat. Step or hop your feet. Reach your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, same thing. Inhale, lift the other knee up, whatever you didn't do. Make sure you're not cranking it. Keep those hips in square line. And then open up. And a nice close again. Smile, 2 more. Doing great, y'all. 1 more. I love the focus.
Nobody on my side.
All right. When you're ready, you can reach those arms up if that feels better. Exhale, taking your first warrior 3. Hinge at the hips. Lean forward, toesies back. Square off those hips. The more I square off those hips, I'm going to feel that in my standing leg. All right, let's do that a few times. Inhale, lift up. Feel free to go at your own pace. If you fall out, all good. Actually, I'm going to let you guys go at your own pace. So you don't have to go at the pace that I'm going. Because also, each side is different. I know this side is harder for me. So find it. Wiggle is good. Keep flowing, keep breathing. Meet me in a warrior 3 and hang there for a little bit. Balance. Toes down, hips square. I feel this in my supporting glute, y'all. Stay there. And then when you're ready, trust yourself, drop that back foot. High crescent lunge. Hoi.
So I just kept going.
Good. This time, we're going to turn to the wide side of your mat. Nice start. Like a superstar. So feet are turned out. Arms are up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, goddess pose. Drop the hips down. Nice second position. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drive the hips down. Open up in those hips. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Nice and strong. Exhale, goddess. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Nice and gooey movement. Exhale, slide it down. Feel free to sway side to side here. Take any variation of your arms. Balance here. Maybe a little pulse for a little workout, a little burn, a little plie press. Try not to lean forward. Yes. And then straighten the legs. Turn the toesies a little more forward. Hands on the hips. We're going to take a nice flat back forward fold. So hinging forward all the way, and then let your head and your hands just fall. Shake the head left and right, and then drop the knee or bend the knees, drop the hips. Nice flat stretch here, and back up. And you play with this. You play with whatever your body needs. So maybe I want to like open it up, play around. Maybe you just stick to dropping the hips. Good. From here, lift your hips up. Maybe widen your legs a little bit more by heel toeing it out. You're going to take one hand to the opposite leg, and I'm going to take a nice twist up to the sky. Reach it on up. Nice stretch. Breathe. And then exhale, switch opposite hand to opposite foot. Careful with those hamstrings. They can be a little angry. Reach. And then slowly release back to center. Feel free to take a deeper, wide-legged forward fold. I will invite you, if you have an inversion, to take it now. So you could take a tripod if you haven't done that in a while. You can take a tripod headstand. Whatever feels good, you know your body.
Yeah, you look good. What I forget.
Find it or stay wherever you are.
Back home with that almost. Back home with that next time.
Breathe. Nice. Relax if you're in inversion. Release back to forward fold. And then soft bend in those knees, hands to your hips. And then nice flat back all the way back up to standing. Yes. We made it. Good. Let's take a nice side stretch. And switch. And then release. Heel toe your feet together. Let's take one little quad stretch here. So hand to foot. And then reach that other arm up. Tighten this glute for a deeper stretch in your butte or in your quad. Breathe. And then bring the knee to the chest. If it feels good, drop that hip. Switch. Or shake it out. Switch. Other foot into the hand. Squeeze that glute so that you get a deeper stretch in the quad, is what I meant to say. Opposite arm up. Breathe. Shoulders down the back. And then knee to the chest. Reach for the knee. Drop the hip. Roll that ankle. And shake it out. Feet apart. Do this little arm swing, little ditty. Let the arms hit the back. Shake it out. Good, and then relax. Heel toe your feet. Inhale, root to rise. Make sure you're at the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Hello, inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. Okay, from here, you may need blocks from here. But from here, I'm going to drop my hips down, lift my heels up for a nice rounded spine. Let the head hang here. So almost like a bird perched on a branch. They tuck their head into their little puffiness. That's what we're doing here. Deep breath in and out, creating space in the back. Allowing the head to be heavy. Your mind wandered off, come back as we near to the end of our practice. Deep breath in. And then lift your head up. Whoop. And then somehow gracefully get your tushy hey onto the mat. Sit up nice and tall, hands underneath those thighs. Lean back. Let's take a nice boat pose before we really zen it on out. Palms up. So draw the navel in, lift up from the chest. Breathe. So we're finding this nice balance of serenity and effort at the same time. Deep breath in and out. If you'd like to take full extension of your boat pose, extend those legs up, toesies up. Yes, try it. Shoulders down, you can do it. Like this. Bend the knees if you need. And maybe you lift one hip up. We're just gonna play with core today. And you guys know I'm also a dancer, so you will see a lot of dance, influenced movement, and just sway side to side. Woo! And then maybe you lower it. Oh, yes, y'all. Lower it. It's okay if you're like not enjoying this part. It's requiring a little more effort. Yes. And then back to boat. And then lower it incrementally all the way down. Hi, hug your knees into your chest, rock left and right. Hard work is done. Allow your neck to soften. Extend one leg down. Extend that top leg up, nice stretch in the back of the legs. Anchor the hip away. Pull on the calf or the hamstring. Gentle pull, shoulders down into the floor. Allow the face to soften. Enjoy this. Bend the knee. All right, we're gonna take supine twist. So opposite hand on that knee, extend the other arm out and twist as far as you can. We're undoing the doing. And so over time, you want your shoulder to melt into the floor and the other knee to drop. Allow your face to soften. It's like wringing out a wet towel. Close your eyes. Be selfish with these last few minutes before we go back to whatever it is that we have to do today. That could be family stuff. That could be work-related stuff. Don't let that take your time from right now. Be selfish for these next few minutes. With every exhale, finding a little more space in the body. And then slowly, gently lift that knee. Come back to your spine carefully here. Oh, yeah. And switch. Other leg down, other knee into the belly. Roll that ankle if you'd like. And extend the leg. And class is ending a little bit later today. Typically we would end at 10:30 Eastern time, but I'm gonna have you a few minutes longer. But if you gotta go, I love you. Feel free to hop off. After this, we'll be doing Shavasana. Shoulders down into the floor. And never rush through Shavasana. It's just as important as everything else. Recovery is so important. Go ahead and bend the knee into the chest. And then we'll take that supine twist. Opposite hand on that knee, other hand to the floor. Look opposite direction of wherever the knee is, and soften, melt, let go. Soften in the jaw and the shoulders, around the eyes. There's so much intensity around our eyes from staring at screens. Allow the eyeballs to just melt a little bit. Letting go in the body. Oftentimes, even when we're stretching, we hold tension because we're trying to like force something. I invite you to let go and surrender the body. Deep breath in. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale. Let it go. And slowly start to unravel, coming back to your spine. Bringing the hips back underneath you. Maybe bring the feet up to the sky for a quick happy baby. Elbows on the inside of your knees, hands on the outside of the feet, rock left and right. Say hello to the hips again. Pulling the knees down towards the earth simultaneously. Maybe you extend one leg in your baby and then the other. Remember what we said about acceptance, accepting how the body feels, not forcing, not judging. Release the feet, hug your knees in one last time, and then open up for our final pose today, Shavasana, aka corpse pose, aka chill out. Take up space, close the eyes, allow everything to fall to the earth. No need to track any time. I'll get us up in a minute or two. Allowing everything to melt into the floor. Closing the eyes if you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable closing the eyes, you can take a soft gaze, staring at something on the ceiling. But still breathing, taking a long inhale through the nose. A long exhale out. Softening in the chest, across the clavicles, shoulder blades dropping into the floor just a little bit more. As we start the weekend today, perhaps setting your intention for how you want to show up in your space, in your home. Perhaps there's been reoccurring thoughts or worries that have been holding you down. Allowing your breath to partner with your mind. And on every exhale, just letting that worry roll off your back, roll off your shoulders. Making a conscious effort to let it go. And you might be like, it's not that easy. No, it's not that easy. But if we're not intentional about how we want to show up, then the worries will take over. So with each breath, just visualizing the worrying thought leaving your mind, leaving your body. So yoga is powerful, not because of necessarily the movement, but because of the breath and being fully aware of what's happening in real time. Mindfulness. Trusting yourself today that you have everything you need. Trusting that what's meant to get done today will get done. And also offering yourself grace for the things that don't get done. Inviting you to be more present and aware that today is a new day. And you have a choice in how you feel about it. Start to bring some subtle movement back to the body, maybe rocking the head left and right. Wiggling the toes and the ankles, fingers and wrists, maybe taking a morning stretch, reaching the arms above your head. I like to do banana. So banana, you make a C shape with your body, crossing one ankle on top. And then you can switch. And then, I did this last class and I love it. Inviting you to explore how you come up to a seated position. So typically in yoga, we say roll to one side, but I invite you to play on your mat. So pretending that your mat is maybe like a little mini pool and you're just wading in the water, but just exploring different movement on your mat. A little bit of creative movement. Maybe you lift up to a seat and you roll back down. And you're like, I'm not a dancer. Yes, you are. Everyone's a dancer. And just play. Opening up. Whatever that looks like. And if you don't know what to do, feel free to look at me for reference. Literally doing what like a little kid would do. And then take any last movement. And then meet me in a nice, comfortable seated position. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, palms together. Bring the hands to heart center. Soften in the body. Close the eyes. Pause. Offering yourself gratitude for showing up today, for your body and all that it has done for our whole life, carrying us through, tuning in and noticing how your body feels, how your mind feels, how you energetically feel. And if anything came up for you during this practice that you want to explore a little bit more, I invite you to journal after this. Jot down anything that stood out for you. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And a reminder that oftentimes when we think we're not ready for something or that we didn't have enough time to prepare, we surprise ourselves. You know, you made a decision to be here this morning. You could have done something else. So that already says a lot. I hope to see you again next week. Namaste. Thank you, guys.